you're not the best, bro. You're not even showing that you're that like that in the ring. Like, it's one thing to win a fight, it's another thing to show, all right, I'm like that.
Yeah.
And he's out here saying, oh, I'm the best. Like, bro, you're not the best fighter, bro.
Ryan Garcia ripped into Shakur Stevenson, calling him a coward puppy boxer and accusing him of taking a fight he knew he couldn't win. Things got personal as Ryan Garcia blasted Shakur Stevenson, saying he lacks real drawing power and all-around greatness like Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Everybody wants to see you, but you don't bring no money to the table, so why would anybody want to see you? You're not like that, bro. We watch all your fights. You run and you run and you run and you run. You almost lost to Edwin De Los Santos. You didn't even throw one punch. Timmy Bradley, every time he gets a chance, bro, you are a bum, bro. You're Shakur Stevenson, bro. You're nothing, bro. You're just a guy that's boxing. Bro, he's not that good, bro. He's good, but he ain't great. He can't put up the... That's great. I respect it, bro. I'm saying at the end of the day, bro, he's good, but he ain't great. Great could do offense and defense. You can't just do defense. Like, Mayweather didn't just do defense, he did offense and defense.
Firing back, Shakur Stevenson dismissed Ryan Garcia as overrated, arguing that once his left hook is neutralized, the rest of his game falls apart.
And Garcia.
Not beating me either.
Taller.
Not beating me either.
Faster.
Not beating me either.
More power. How would you beat Ryan Garcia?
I think he's very overrated.
Overrated?
If a guy loses to Rolly that way, the way that I saw him lose to Rolly, all Rolly did was take away his left hook. That means clearly that's all he got. He better sharpen up his weapons before he get in the ring with me.
It all began when Ryan Garcia called Shakur Stevenson a puppy, and Benavidez dared him to prove he's the best.
What fights are you looking forward to?
Bro, I really wanted to fight Shakur bad. I just don't like those people that think they're like, you're not the best, bro. You're not even showing that you're that like that in the ring. Like, it's one thing to win a fight, it's another thing to show, all right, I'm like that. And he's out here saying, oh, I'm the best. Like, bro, you're not the best fighter, bro. There's a lot of guys that are monsters, bro. You're not a monster.
But I feel like if
you're like a puppy.
Snapping back, Shakur Stevenson admitted Ryan Garcia wants the fight, but made it clear he has no intention of moving to 147 anytime soon.
Yeah, I believe him because I don't even think he was asked about me. I think he, you're probably right though, but I think he
thought he was. I was trying to think about it. But
I think he saying my name the whole week. Like, he kept like, I want to fight Shakur. I want to fight Shakur. He wasn't saying nobody else's name like he was saying my name. So, to me, I think he's serious. I think he do want to fight. But I just think that everything got to work well in the business. Everything got to make sense. Yeah. Because before the fight, I heard them saying they'll fight me at 144. And then after the fight, I'm here at 147. And I'm not going up to 147 no time soon. 147 will, like I just told you, I think that will be my last weight class that I'm in.
It came as no surprise that David Benavidez supported Ryan Garcia, given the time they spent working closely together in the gym and outside.
Just like how you did. When you're in Marcus, a big shot, you're doing the same thing. But just be more conscious about it. Let's do something else. It's going to be okay, hold it back. Hold it back. You're right. So you're basically standing like this. I'm gonna shoot to the side of you, right? I'm gonna throw it down. Going that shit right there. I'm kind of pushing it all the way. There you go. Well, you gotta stay low. Stay low. That's what. Stay like this. There you go. There you go. The lower you get, the more torque you get.
Highlighting their close bond, Showbiz the Adult believed David Benavidez working with Ryan Garcia could turn him into a real threat in the ring.
Ryan Garcia meeting up again with the Mexican David Benavidez. Not only iron sharpens iron, but Ryan needed somebody, right? He's been running his own ship. There has been nobody to tell him otherwise. Canelo used to, but Canelo passed judgment. Ryan didn't need that. It made him buck the system. What Ryan needed was a counterpart, an ally, a brother, not a father. David Benavidez is an enormously fantastic human being. But what makes him fantastic is his confidence. His confidence to be a, but at the same time, not be a, he hears you out. He speaks positively. He speaks with confidence. And his whole reason for being a fighter is to be the best.
Ryan Garcia made it clear he was eager to face Shakur Stevenson and had no hesitation about the fight.
How serious are you about the Shakur fight, and do you want to unify with Devin now that you're the champion?
Oh, I'm open to all those, you know, whatever. You know, Shakur, somebody that I fought in the amateurs, and we went at it, you know, and I felt like I beat him. But, you know, the politics in the USA boxing at the time were a little different. And I still got a chip on my shoulder. I've been wanting that rematch for a minute. Hopefully we get it. And, you know, when my hand heals, I'll be looking for that opportunity for sure. And Devin, he don't want that.
The debate about Shakur Stevenson and Ryan Garcia caught hype once more after the recent back and forth between the two fighters. As the pressure built, David Benavidez gave Shakur Stevenson full respect, but still questioned the hesitation, downplaying the weight concern and stressing that this stage of his career demanded bold, defining fights. He made it clear that stepping in with Ryan Garcia wasn't just another option. It was the kind of moment that shapes legacy and elevates a fighter's standing.
With Shakur Stevens, there's definitely no beef with him. Shakur Stevens is a hell of a fighter, one of the best fighters today. I just feel like if you're already making the move up to 144, you know, 3 extra pounds, you know, I don't really think it's going to affect it too much, to be honest with you. You drink a bottle of water, you'll be up 3 pounds. But at this stage of his life, in his career, these are the fights that Shakur needs. You know, he's going to be a legend by the time he's finished, but these are the ones that he needs to solidify his career. Yeah, he's done a lot in boxing. He's won four different weight classes. I mean, he's been champion of 4 different weight classes. But you know what I mean? There's just fights that can be made, and you know it works in everybody's favor, because let's say he goes up there, he beats Shakur. I mean, he beats Ryan Garcia. Not only is he going to solidify himself, he's going to make a shitload of money. That's what everybody wants.
With his stance becoming clearer, David Benavidez warned Shakur Stevenson that passing on this moment could come at a real cost, especially with his prime already unfolding. He emphasized that this is the stage where fighters define their legacy by stepping into the biggest challenges, not sidestepping them. Benavidez brushed off the weight concerns, suggesting that elite fighters find ways to make it work when the opportunity is big enough. He pushed for action now rather than later, making it clear that waiting only shrinks the moment, while taking the risk could elevate Stevenson's standing to another level.
He's able to have this position, and him not taking that is going to hurt him, because at the end of the day, he's in the prime of his career. How old is he? Like 28?
Yeah,
29?
Yeah.
So he's becoming in the prime of his career. So for me, in my opinion, I think these are the best times where you should take these fights, you know, make the biggest fights happen while you're in the prime of your career. I mean, and I'm not saying he's not going to be in the prime of his career when he's 30, 32, but this is really when it becomes. I mean, he can really get the best out of himself right now. So, but like I said, that's just my opinion. If he feels like he's not ready to go up to 147, you know, everybody has their opinion. Just like me, I'm not ready to go up to 200 pounds.
Doubling down on his stance, David Benavidez described a potential clash between Ryan Garcia and Shakur Stevenson as a genuine 50-50 fight, exactly the kind of high-level matchup fans have been calling for. While giving Shakur full credit for his technical rise and the legacy he's building, Benavidez made it clear that greatness isn't secured through safe moves, it's forged in moments like these. He emphasized that stepping into a fight of this magnitude is what separates elite fighters from true legends, urging Stevenson to seize the opportunity while it's still in front of him, rather than letting it pass.
It's not an easy fight. It's a 50-50 fight. It's a 50-50 fight. Like, I can't, you know, I'm not gonna say Ryan Garcia go knock Shakur out, you know what I mean? I'm not saying Shakur's gonna go knock Ryan Garcia out. It's a 50-50 fight, you know, and that's what we want to see. So, but like I said, that's just my opinion. If he feels like he's not ready to go up to 147, you know, everybody has their opinion. Just like me, I'm not ready to go up to 200 pounds. You know what I mean? So I was just saying, you know, that's just my opinion.
On the other hand, Shakur Stevenson seemed more doubtful, questioning how the fight would actually come together. He pointed out that Ryan Garcia is naturally bigger and taller, saying those advantages can't be ignored at this level. Stevenson made it clear that any move like that has to make sense, not just for hype, but for fairness in the ring.
42, 43, like something reasonable, because he big as hell. Like, that nigga walking around 180. I'm walking around, I ain't gonna tell y'all my weight, but I'm walking around not too far from my weight. So he big as, so truthfully, yeah, it can happen. I just think it got to be at a reasonable weight, and I don't want no like rehydration clause. I don't want nothing that's gonna take away from me actually beating him. So, he could come in, long as he make the actual weight, I'll be with it. But it's gonna have to be a lot of testing. It's gonna have to be like some real testing. And I'm with it. Like,
giving his perspective, Floyd Schofield broke things down from a coach's lens, explaining that once a fighter shows weaknesses, teams study them and build strategies around it. He suggested that Shakur Stevenson is highly skilled, but his style can still be disrupted with the right approach.
Like, come on, your team could go in and look what was working, and then you implement that and add that hook to it. And I wouldn't do that.
But Ryan ain't Shakur.
Ryan better than Shakur. Shakur didn't fight Ryan, did he? You know, and I'm saying, and I'm entitled to my opinion. Before people lose their damn minds and get their drawers all up their ass, I'm entitled to my opinion, and my opinion is my opinion. And nobody's stopping me from my opinion. I stand 10 toes down on what I say. All right, so before people get in their feelings. But Ryan is better than Shakur. Ryan would stop Shakur. Shakur boxed long.
As he continued, Floyd Schofield broke down Shakur Stevenson's style, pointing out that while he controls range, he still leaves moments where his chin rises or his hands drop. He argued that Ryan Garcia has the reach and explosive hook to capitalize from distance without needing to close in. In his view, those habits don't just disappear, and against someone as aggressive as Ryan, one clean shot could change everything.
And I'm giving my breakdown from a coach standpoint. Just for, so anybody don't say he just hating on Shakur. Nah, Ryan fight just as long as Shakur. Ryan got a long reach and a crazy hook, and he don't have to be close to you to land that dynamite hook. Shakur leans back with his chin straight up in the air, or jump back with his hands down. So what happened if one of them hooks land on that jump back when Ryan jumping forward? And Shakur can't even change that about him. Even training with Crawford, he's still going to make subconscious mistakes. Every fighter does. So it's like, I don't think Shakur will beat. I think Shakur going to get clipped. I don't think Shakur going to be able to do what he did against Lopez, against Ryan.
Shifting the tone, a sports analyst argued that a fighter can't claim to be the best while adding conditions to fights, directly pointing at Shakur Stevenson. Stevenson fired back with a sarcastic challenge toward David Benavidez, but the analyst broke it down and rejected the comparison, explaining that fighters in lower weight classes deal with much smaller jumps.
And he said that you can't be considered basically the best fighter in the world and you fight with stipulations. Can't be, right? And so Shakur responded, and Shakur said, I'll move up to 147 officially when David Benavidez moves up 4 weight classes and fights Alexander Usyk. Now, I discussed that, and I debunked that notion because he fights at a higher weight class. So his move ups are more drastic than Shakur's move ups because of the lower weight classes. You got weight classes that's separated by 3 pounds. Okay.
Clarifying the situation, the sports analyst noted that both David Benavidez and Shakur Stevenson downplayed any real feud, keeping things respectful on both sides. Still, Benavidez stood firm on one point: fighters in their prime can't afford to delay defining moments. He stressed that both are at the peak of their careers and warns that walking away from opportunities like this could lead to long-term regret, especially for someone driven by legacy.
And then Shakur said, well, I'm not beefing with David, X, Y, and Z, etc. And David said the same thing. What David said in the interview today, that's 1,000% correct, that I saw, is he says, I'm not knocking Shakur, but what I'm saying is, he, like myself, what is he, 28? And Ron says, yes. He says, so he's in his prime. I'm in my prime. He's in his prime, I'm in my prime. He's gonna regret not doing it for his legacy because he is a...
As the debate around weight and risk continued to build, Bernie the boxer pushed back on the size concern, arguing that Shakur Stevenson had the ability to move up and challenge Ryan Garcia, even if certain conditions were in place. He made it clear that elite fighters are defined by the risks they take, not the ones they avoid, adding that real momentum comes from meaningful fights.
You think Shakur's too small to go up to 47, take that belt, be a 5-division champion, and get that paper in the same time?
No. Why would we say that? And Tank is 5'5"? And Tank knocked him out. Okay, Tank still boxing. Shakur's a better boxer than Tank. Shakur not small. Ryan ain't got no taller. He might got a little heavier, but Shakur's 5'8". Ryan ain't that tall. He looks taller on television, but he's what, 5'10"? So he got a little height on him.
Ryan said that he started his pro career at 130 pounds.
Okay, so what that mean? You know what I mean? Like I'm saying, to say that Shakur is too small, I doubt that. You know, Shakur gets in there with the bigger guys.
Shakur Stevenson prepared for Ryan Garcia with a camp built around discipline, sharpness, and total control. Stevenson focused on high-level technical drills, emphasizing footwork, defensive reflexes, and clean shot placement to neutralize Ryan's power. On the other hand, Ryan Garcia's training camp for a potential fight against Shakur Stevenson would be absolutely insane, focusing on speed, power, and relentless pressure. Every day would push him to the limit with explosive pad work, high-intensity sparring, and rapid combination drills designed to overwhelm Stevenson and create openings for knockout punches. His agility and reflexes would be sharpened through non-stop footwork and reaction drills to ensure he can attack quickly while avoiding counters. The camp would also emphasize conditioning, allowing Garcia to maintain full power and speed deep into the later rounds. Strategic sparring would simulate Shakur's technical style, forcing Ryan to adapt while still staying aggressive and looking for opportunities to land big shots. The tension keeps building with every interview, every social media post, and every heated exchange. Words have been thrown, accusations have been made, and lines have been crossed, but none of it will truly settle anything. The only way to resolve this rivalry now is to step inside the ring, where there are no excuses, no catchweights to hide behind, and no more talking. One fight could change everything. Legacies would be defined, respect would finally be earned or lost, and we'd get the clearest answer possible about who truly belongs at the top. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think wins if they finally square off?